You get better than the ponies, football, baseball, hoops, hockey, World Cup. You guys should come with me. They blew a stiff wind against me was the way it began to start with. I don't know if you can see that or not.
Well, the big draw, I think, was the, the locations. Alaska, I'd never been to Alaska before. Buenos Aires, never been there before.
I searched for my first 15 years in Los Angeles to try to find a tribe that matched what I'd have been part of, or what I had been part of in Austin, Texas. A musical, artful, crazy bunch of savages.
This guy's getting married right fucking now!
And about 6 years ago, I found a place called Crane's Hollywood Tavern. I was in a band and we played there often, and I met all these amazing people. And I met Brian McGuire and Dan Finkel and Brett Roberts, among many others. But those three approached me about this script. And I read the script and loved it. And I loved these guys. I really felt akin to them. I felt like we had a common kind of vision, taste.
Hey, do you remember Doran?
No.
Doran?
How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great.
Sabonis! Well, I think for every character, I would prepare it a little differently. Certain characters require an expertise that I don't have and need to learn about. Lane, I just talked to Dan Finkel, to Brian McGuire about how they saw the character. I thought of a couple of, I was pointing towards a couple of people to maybe study or think about a little bit. And then mainly it was just trying to incorporate his tics and his fast speech and to have it make sense to the audience as quickly as he was speaking for them to still understand what he was saying. Sabonis, of course, is also without question on the NBA all-time back hair starting five. Probably my number three. Mike Bratz, Joel Kramer, Sabonis, Danny Shays, and Rich Kelly. So what are you guys up to?
Did I do an accent?
You did. Russian.
Russian accent. I think maybe I'm remembering the wrong movie.
Then the character of Lane wasn't something I was originally signed on for. I chickened out of the character with the Russian accent, the uncle. I just didn't feel like I was right for the role. And I said, what about Lane? And it ended up working out.
Well, I've always been fascinated with Russian women. I've made it a point to sleep with every Russian woman that I have ever encountered, so I picked up a lot of Russian that way.
Schnook and schlam. The fuck, all I have to do is follow the smell of shit and find you. It's past 3:30 now. You get in my motherfucking car.
I tend to not speak Russian with Russian men because they're very unpredictable, generally speaking. And if you might say the wrong thing, and before long, you're really in trouble.
Well, the naked man scene is a love-hate kind of thing. It's difficult to watch on some level, but it is really so funny and audacious. It's so great on so many levels.
I'm really nervous. This is like the first day of school.
Be cool, Stork. I have a lot of respect for this man. Christian!
Doran, how goes it, brother? How you been?
Great.
I love the scene of Andy Clockwise in front of Crane's, the aforementioned Crane's Club, where we all met, singing that amazing song with our characters not in their right minds to really handle that moment. So many great scenes. There's no movie like it, I would say. There's a scene where Elaine gets pushed into a swimming pool, and I was a bit of, I wasn't maybe in my most courageous form that day. I was nervous. I was worried. I knew that I'd done lesser stunts and seen people hurt on them and been injured myself. I was worried about hitting my head if the push was wrong. Scale of 1 to 10, I might have been an 8 beforehand and maybe a 4 right after, but I think it might have been Dan Finkel, the director, I'm not sure. Someone joked about it a little, and I said, well, you get in the fucking pool then, and you know, that movie wasn't
It wasn't me.
I wasn't in the nicest form that day. I was worried about injury on a low-budget film. It happens. Happens on the big ones, too. You gotta watch your ass. Everything will happen before you die in a way that defies any kind of slot in the movie world. One thing I will say about it is that I think that it captures, as audacious and over the top and insanely crazy as it is, I think that it captures a truth about the Hollywood that I live in today that no other movie does.
I think we should kill a homeless person or just, let's get nuts. Let's do something exciting.
My coke dealer lives in Beverly Hills. I only get my coke from Beverly Hills.
The people, the characters are really of the area. It was an interesting thing to work on this movie and know nearly every person that I worked with intimately already, know them well as friends, whether they were actors or crew members. But you know, people think of Hollywood as people from, I guess, outside this area particularly think of Hollywood as a glamorous, you know, red carpet, autographs and sunglasses kind of place. But the real Hollywood, the neighborhood of Hollywood in the larger city of Los Angeles, our area is really colorful and varied and strange, and
It's kind of strange that I'm already show up
dirty and beautiful in
in
this
my own
way. It's got a
wedding.
lot of grit to it that I don't think is often captured, and this movie isn't capturing the grit of Hollywood like Mean Streets or something. It's capturing it in a way that's whimsical, but really has a lot of truth to it.
Is Brian, is he really a guy? Because I thought he was a woman the whole time.
It was fun to play a character who was just really alive in his person, and there was no need for a real complexity. He was a very straight-ahead guy with one goal: to hang out with his buddies that day at all costs, and that was a lot of fun to play.
Fucking got you. I can't believe you guys pushed me in the fucking pool. But I took off my wet clothes after you left and I put them in the dryer. She's got a 2008 GE dryer that looks like it just got off the set of The Price is Right. So I was air guitaring around her pool with my dong flopping free when Julie's friend with the lips comes over and starts sucking me right there. It was like a porn without the money shot, of course, because you know I can't blow my load. How you doing, sweetie?
Everything will happen before you die.
Everything will happen before you die. I feel like I should hold up a Coke can. I don't know why.